Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today's video, back in 2022, it feels so weird to say that, but last year Madam Glam reached out to me and sent me their limited edition advent calendar, and so I'm finally going to be showing this on my YouTube channel. So if you follow me over on Instagram, I did post daily unboxings on my stories. So if you saw that, thank you so much for following me over there. But if you don't follow me, I am finally here to show you guys everything in the advent calendar leading up to December 25th. And so before we start, if you don't know what an advent calendar is, so you kind of get like the overview of what the box looks like. So you get boxes 1 through 25, and each day you open a box corresponding to what day it is, and you just get like a really nice surprise. And I love the idea of this. This is my second time getting an advent calendar from Madam Glam, and this advent calendar is not available anymore. It was a limited edition, so that is why I'm kind of just speeding up the process of just me unboxing everything. But of course, if you see something you'd like, it doesn't hurt to try to search it on the website. You can purchase it separately. I'm not sure if, since it is limited edition, I'm not sure if like the items are as well. But I'm just going to be unboxing each box and show you guys what's inside of it. And also, I do have a coupon code that you guys can use on the Madam Glam website. It will be listed down below as always. I don't get any commission from it. It's just a percentage off to help you guys save a little bit of money if you do want to purchase anything from their website. And also, I did just want to say Merry Christmas again. If you didn't watch my last video, I did tell you all and wish you all a Merry Christmas and also Happy New Year. This is my first video of the year. I wanted to post on like the first, second, or third, but as you guys see, I haven't really been posting, and I will get into that in a few. But I did just want to wish you guys a Happy New Year, and I'm curious to hear if you have planned anything for yourself or set any goals. Please leave them down below in the comments because I'm so curious to see what you guys have planned for this year. I'm really hoping this year is better than the previous year. Just a few goals I had. I do want to post more consistently. I also want to finish up my nail area because I do want to post a nail room tour for you guys and just let you guys see like what's behind in my area. But I'm still getting a few things situated. I'm still having to like buy shelves and everything. Also another goal, I just want to feel more organized. I try to have like a calendar, or now I have like a whiteboard on my walls, so I kind of write down like the stuff that I need to do or like the videos that I need to film. So being organized and just having a schedule is definitely one of my goals of 2023. Another one of my goals is to save more money. I've spent so much money. Last year is honestly ridiculous. Like I just need to save a little bit more money this year. My goal is to have at least $10,000 by the end of this year in my savings account. I don't have like any list or anything, but just off the top of my head, the last goal that I'm going to mention is work out a little bit more, just to have a better health and just feel more energized and stuff like that. Like just to eat right and exercise more. And even if it's not like exercising, just like stretching more, because I do sit down a lot, especially filming videos, having to edit, and sometimes it takes me hours. So by the time I'm done, I just want to relax and everything. So stretching, exercising, and all of that is basically all in the same category. But yeah, those are a few of my goals. I do have a lot more that I want to achieve this year, or just work more towards, if that makes sense. But I would love to hear your guys' goals and resolutions for this year. Please leave them down below. I will be reading and liking all of the comments. So just a little bit on where I've been. I know I haven't posted in about a week and a few days. It honestly feels like a month I haven't been posting. I haven't even posted on Instagram, not even on my story. So I've been sick for the past few days, and so after all of that cold air, I just came down with like a really nasty cold, and my throat was hurting. I had a really stuffy nose, and I'm not really like 110% just yet, but I do feel a whole lot better. I will say I'm at about 95% of feeling better. I'm not sure if you can hear it in my voice, but my nose is like still just a little bit stuffy. But since it's been, well, it felt like so long, I felt like I just didn't want to make it like an excuse to not come on here and do a video. I had this video ready since last year. I just wasn't able to do a voiceover because, like I said, it's been really cold and I was feeling sick, and so I'm really excited to be getting back in the filming mood and creating content. I do have some exciting news because I am starting to work for a new brand and I'm so excited to announce it. It's most likely gonna be my second video, so if you want to hear that announcement, please make sure that you do turn on my post notifications so that you don't miss out on that video. And also, I wanted to mention today is really windy outside, so if you hear it in the background, just please ignore it. I'm pretty sure you can't though, but just in case you do. But yeah, on the box, we are winding down to the last few boxes. We are on day 24 here, and it is a mini gel polish bucket list. So we have finished all of the boxes and now on day 25. So it was kind of obvious what this was just because how it was like in there. It's a $25 gift card, and I honestly don't think I'm going to use this, so I will be entering it into my 50,000 subscriber giveaway. I actually may just add a little bit more items to it just because now I'm at 55,000, so I may change it from 50 to 55 and just include a little bit more, just make it a little bit bigger. And yeah, I'm excited for it. So I did go ahead and swatch all of the colors that came inside of this advent calendar, and this is how they look. I guess depending on how you look at it, it does give you Christmas, but to me it kind of gives me like fall, autumn vibes, and I don't know if I was feeling these colors for the advent calendar, but you never know what color you will end up needing, so having a lot of choices and different shades is very nice to be included in your gel polish collection. So now that we are done with the unboxing, I've already applied my 3XL square full cover nail tips that I get from AliExpress. They will be linked down below as always. You can find them under the frequently used products. And so I'm going to be starting off with this color called One Way Ticket. Is one of the nude shades that I got from the advent calendar, and starting off very simple, I'm just going to be adding this to all of my nails as a base color. And I do want to give a huge shout out to my nail friend Brandy. If you don't know who she is, her channel is Nailed by Brandy here on YouTube, and she is the reason this video is possible because honestly, like I said, I wasn't really feeling the colors for this advent calendar. I was kind of thinking Christmas, and the colors to me, they weren't really giving me Christmas vibes, so I was just like really struggling on finding what to do. Like, even if I can't come up with something on my own, I do like to go out and look for inspo or a recreation set, and for some reason I just couldn't really find a nail set or a nail design that I could do on top of it, just because I didn't want the video to be long from the start. So I just wanted something I could do on top of full cover nail tips, and it's like each time I find a nice nail design, I go and start analyzing like how I'm going to achieve it in some other way. I'll probably end up needing like acrylic to do an ombre base, or like just something else to add to it. So I just didn't want to do that. So finding something to do on top of these nails is like really hard. I kind of feel like I was just like stressing myself out and overthinking, because like now looking back, it wasn't really that serious. But shout out to Brandy because she did make this video possible. I was gonna like skip this whole entire advent calendar unboxing and video and just start on something else, but we was talking in the Instagram DM and she sent me this nail design that I'm going to be recreating. It was so perfect because I had all of the colors I needed to recreate this design inside my advent calendar. I just felt like it was perfect. It was so cute. Once I finished my first layer, I did cure for 30 seconds after cleaning up, and then I did my second layer off camera because like I said, I don't want this video to be super long, and it's just a second coat. You already seen the first one, so I just went ahead and did the second one off camera. And of course I cured it for 30 seconds in my light. And so here's what the second coat looks like after I finished curing it, and now it's time to get started with the nail design. So I went with this blue liner gel from the advent calendar. It was so perfect, and this is actually the color of the actual nail set. I'll pop it up right here so you guys can see what I'm going to be doing. At first I was kind of debating if I should change the color or just do blue like the actual nail design, just to kind of spice it up and not like do like an entire recreation. So I wanted to use the purple, but the purple shade of polish, it just wasn't like as vibrant as I wanted it to be. So I just ended up going with this very bright blue. It's super pretty though, so either way I was still happy at the color choice. And so for my pinky, I'm going to be doing a entire split nail. So on the right side of this nail, I'm going to be filling it with blue. To achieve that, I just went down the center of the nail with the blue, and now I'm just filling in the rest of that side. Once I clean up, I'm not sure if I left a lot of my cleanup in, but I did a lot of cleanup for this set. But once I finish, I'm going to clean up, make sure the line is as straight as I can get it. Once I do, I'm going to move on to the next nail. Usually I do like to cure or at least flash cure, but I was confident enough that I was going to be able to do my next nail and not hit it or mess it up or anything. So moving on to the ring finger, this is also going to be a split nail, but instead of it being like an entire like nail going down from cuticle to free edge, this is going to be a half French tip. So just making that like a French tip, only filling in one side. And this was super easy. Looking at the design, I was starting to analyze it before I started. I was like, this might be kind of challenging, but I was able to do it. It was super fast and it was super easy as well. And like I said, I did have this video like ready to go last year, but I was unable to finish it. It doesn't really fit the New Year's vibe, but it does still fit the winter vibe, so I think I'm good on that. It doesn't really give you Christmas, so yeah, that part was good. Also, to fill in that French, I did just take the application brush that I also got from the advent calendar, and I love using those. This is my second application brush that I got from Madam Glam, and I love the way it makes the polish feel whenever I'm applying it. It just makes it feel so smooth, sort of like a solid gel polish. Like, I love these so much. Doing the same half French on my next nail, and for the last nail that I'm going to be showing on camera is going to be like my pinky. So once I finish this half French on my middle nail, I clean up a little bit and then move on to the next nail, doing an entire split French nail. And while I finish the next two nails, I'm just gonna let the rest of this part play out until I finish and come back with the next step. And so once I finish, I'm not going to do my thumb on camera just because I feel like it's just a repetitive step. So I went ahead and cured that, and now I'm taking this white pudding gel. Again, I'm not going to keep saying it, but all of these items I did get from my advent calendar. So I'm going to be taking this white pudding gel and also that liner, the ultra liner brush. I just love the look of these, the handle on it. I just love these so much. And then the gold and black, it's just so nice and sleek. But I'm going to be taking this to add some details to my nails and a little bit more nail art. And just as all of the other solid gel polishes, the consistency was very nice. It was very creamy, like really soft. It has a nice texture to it. And so taking it on my liner brush, I'm just going to be trying to add a thin line to divide both of these colors on my pinky nail. And I was kind of having a little bit of trouble just because, like, for these solid gel puddings, I feel like you get a better application, or it's easier to work with them if you are just doing a solid nail. And since I was trying to like do a really thin line, I have really shaky hands, and so sometimes like my hands shake whenever I'm trying to like not really add too much pressure on the nail. And so when I did add too much pressure, it just kind of made like where the actual brush was going, it was like nothing there, but it like spread it to the sides, if that makes sense. So that was not a good idea. So I ended up wiping that off, and then I switched to my nailzbydev gel paint. I also think I did change my brush as well. So yeah, I am using the nailzbydev hella cute liner brush, and I'm just basically trying to repeat that same process. And as you can see, it's a lot easier, or it seems a lot easier trying to do this. And after I cleaned up, I do believe I did go ahead and cure so I wouldn't mess it up. And I'm basically just going to be doing that same thing on all of like the blue parts. I'm basically going to be like separating and outlining my blue parts. And so again, very simple, and I'm just gonna let the rest of this play out as well. I don't really have much to explain, and also I kind of just want to go ahead and get this video like done with. So I'm gonna be letting the rest of this part play out and let you guys enjoy the process. If you are enjoying the video so far, make sure that you go ahead and give this video a like. If you are watching and you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe, and also turn on my post notifications so that you are notified whenever I upload or post anything important on my community tab. And so now we got that part out of the way. So when I was doing my blue part, they look centered for the most part, but once I started to add on like this other, like the second half of the French, you can see that they are very uneven, and it was kind of difficult because I couldn't really go back and redo the other side, so I just kind of had to work around it. But once I finished the design, it wasn't really that noticeable, but just me actually trying to get them even and look right, it was kind of difficult. But like I said, it did end up working out. And I feel like in the end you couldn't really tell unless I like pointed out and you look at it like right away. But yeah, I just went ahead and filled in the other side to my Frenches, sort of like a negative space French. And this is how it looks. Of course, I find something else to clean up, but once I finish and I'm satisfied, I do go ahead and cure for 30 seconds in my light. And I was really loving how this set is turning out so far. So I know in my last video, or whenever I did those snowflake nails, I did say I was not going to do any more snowflakes on my channel, but the design requires me to do some snowflakes. So I know you guys don't mind it, but I feel like I've done too many snowflakes, so it's kind of time to like just do something different. But I felt like this design was super nice, so I didn't want to change anything. So up in the corner on the left side of my French, in that negative space, I'm gonna be creating a half snowflake. And this part was very tedious, but it was also very satisfying to get those really tiny lines. And I'm not using the ultra liner brush just because it was something weird about the brush. I think it's because I didn't really dip it into alcohol, so it still kind of had like that packaging film on it. You know when you get a new brush, it's just like all stuck together. I went straight in and dipped it into that polish, so it was kind of like it wasn't really flowing as it should, so I just ended up changing it. But now that I realize and like thinking back, I didn't like break my brush in, so that could have been the reason. I'm not sure, but the brush I'm using now is my hella cute liner brush from nailzbydev, and I'm just creating this half snowflake, and it was so pretty. I loved how it was turning out. And then I went ahead and cured that because I did not want to mess this up. Also, I just said all of that about my brush, but turns out I did end up changing it or switching it to see how it works again. And I realized that because of the gold handle. So for this snowflake at the bottom, I am attempting to do another one with that ultra liner brush that I got from the advent calendar. And as you can see, it's sort of turning out right, not as neat as the other one, but since it is at the bottom, it didn't have to be like very detailed, so I was satisfied with it. And now I'm moving on to the third part of this nail art. So for the side of this middle part of the nail, I wasn't really going for another snowflake. It's sort of gonna be like the 4-pointed star with thinner lines in between, just to give it a little bit more character and detail, which is also how the original nail set is. So again, I just wanted to keep everything how it was. And so once I was finished with that nail art on that nail, I went ahead and cured it in my light for 30 seconds. And whenever I moved on to the next nail after the middle nail, I realized that I didn't add on the second half of the Frenches for the index and the pinky nail. So here I'm just going back, and these were a lot easier to create just because I didn't have anything to compare it to. So it's kind of like I just did the French and was done with it in one stroke. And I did a little bit of cleaning up, as you just saw. It didn't take much at all. I'm gonna be doing the same thing to my pinky as well, and once I finish, I'm gonna cure and move on to the next step. And now I'm going to be doing that same thing to this nail, creating a half snowflake up in the corner just below the French. And that's basically what I'm going to be doing for all of the nails. And I also did want to mention I end up switching back to my 𝚘𝚎𝚘𝚘 brush just because I don't see the gold handle anymore. I felt like it was just easier to use the gel paint from her and also her brushes. But so yeah, that's basically what I'm going to be doing for the rest of this nail design and the rest of the nail art. It's not really much to explain, otherwise I'm just going to be saying I'm adding a line here or adding a line there. It seems complicated, it's a lot of steps, but this design was very easy and I loved recreating this set. So once again, thank you Brandy for sending me this artist on Instagram for me to recreate. This video would not be possible without you. And so yeah, I think that's all I had to mention, so I'm just going to be letting the rest of this play out and let you guys enjoy the process. I hope it doesn't get too boring. I may try to speed it up just a little bit, but also since it is very simple, I wanted to just kind of leave it in real time or just speed it up just a little bit, not too much. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the rest of this process and come back whenever I move on to the next step. Okay, so this is like my third nail that I've done the snowflakes on. So I just kind of wanted to do something just a little bit different. It's still like the original design, but instead of doing the bottom snowflake like in the corner, I just went ahead and did it to like the side of the French. That way I could do it just a little bit bigger, because as the nails get smaller it's kind of like difficult, and honestly this way was a lot easier to do. I had a lot more room to like do the lines, and I still feel like it fit in with the original design along with the other nails, but it was just a lot easier to like do it on like the side of the French instead of in the corner. But since I also did wanted it to be like uniform for my pinky, I did go ahead and do it in the corners, so the second two wasn't like just on the side and the first two was in the corner, if that makes sense. So once I finish that, I'm going to cure for 30 seconds, and I'm going to go over all of my nails with a matte top coat from Not Polish. I do have a discount code that you guys can use on the Not Polish website, and I have learned from my mistakes. So when I did those butterfly nails using that Not Polish acrylic, and if you saw that video, I'll link it up here in the cards if you haven't, but if you saw that video you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I wanted to do like some rhinestones on top of a matte top coat, and I messed up, cured my matte top coat, and then had to go back and apply like some rhinestone glue, and it just made like a total mess. So before curing my matte top coat, I'm just gonna go ahead and place my rhinestones where I want them to be and then cure, so that way I don't have to backtrack and add more like glossiness, and then I'll have to clean up that step and it would just be a lot of wasted time. So this was a lot easier to do. I just apply the matte top coat and place my rhinestones. I do place like little silver rhinestones going down the center, and also in like the center of my snowflakes, and also in the center of the little 4-pointed star. And I just spice it up. So for the second one, I felt like the middle one on the line was a little too close to the one inside the stars, so I moved it up just a little bit and added another one just to kind of balance out the bling. And then also on my middle two nails, I'm going to be adding bigger rhinestones to do a bling look, and that's basically what I'm going to be doing, adding my bling. And again, I'm just going to let this part play out so I won't have to be talking the entire time. And so this is how all of the nails look so far. I've cured on my mat and I love the way this looks so much. I could have been done right here, but we are not finished with creating this nail set. So I'm going to be taking this blue liner gel once again, and I'm going to be doing some sweater nails to the blue side of my nails. So of course for the sweater design I do need some clear acrylic, and I'm just bringing out my handy Mia Secret clear. And now I'm just starting to draw on my sweater design, and I did stick to like the original lines to where you connect the first one with the second one lower. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but you guys know how the sweater designs are. Super easy. All it is just lines and you connect them. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing to all of the blue sides, and I just love how the set turned out. So like I said, I did just stick to like the original sweater design. I feel like this is the easiest one that you can do, but of course you can do like hearts, dots, like slanted lines. But this is the one that I wanted to do, and also it's on the original design, so it just made sense. And now I'm just taking some acrylic powder into the top, and I'm just pouring it on before curing on that gel polish. And whenever I'm doing like sugared or sweatered nail designs, but mostly for like sweater nails, I make sure to like pour on the powder and let it sit, and do that a couple times, because if you do it once and you go ahead and cure, it's not gonna look as like full as it should, if that makes sense. I like to do it multiple times just because I like to give the gel polish enough time to soak up that powder and become like very vibrant, and just allow it to stand out from like the rest, like the base part of the nail. After pouring on the powder, I went ahead and cured it in my light for 30 seconds and just remove all of that excess dust, and that was it. I'm gonna move on to the next nail, repeating that same process on all of the blue sides of the nails. After I do all of them, I'm gonna be showing you guys what the finished nails look like, and I will be showing you the final shots of this nail design. So I only showed 3 on camera just because it's a very repetitive step, and I'm pretty sure you guys get the point. So now I'm taking that cuticle oil that came in the box, and just to re-nourish my cuticles and just moisturize them and hydrate them. This is a very important step each time you are finished with your nails. So once I finish, this is what the finished nails look like. I love how these nails turn out. This has got to be one of my favorite nails that I've done like for the winter. Like these just look very well put together. Like my style of nails, I feel like the style of nails that I do sometimes feel or look a very like childish in a way, but like these are just so pretty. I love how these look. They look very well put together. Like I said, one of my favorite things about these is like I love the idea of these split nail. That way you get 2 designs in like one, and it just works so well together, because the sweater nails, it complements like that winter look and vice versa. And also the color of these, the bling, it's just really pretty. I love how this set turned out. But for the box, like I said, this advent calendar is not available anymore, so you will not be able to purchase it. But just in case you want to use my coupon code on any gel polishes from the Madam Glam website, I will leave everything down below for you guys to check out, as well as everything else that I use in today's video. Another thing I really did love about this design was like that extra bling on the middle and the ring finger. I usually don't do those type of bling like designs unless I'm doing it like all the way down the nail, but I really should start doing them more. I just love how they look, like that cluster of bling. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think down below, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.